We're gonna go and we're gonna rent a pickup truck, and then we're gonna go to a Home Depot. Come do work. We're gonna pick like 5-6 Mexicans, put them in the back of the pickup truck on Pump Fun Live, and then we're gonna take them directly to the ICE office.
Hey, bro, I need some help moving. You want to jump on my ride?
I'm about to take these beans to ICE, boys. Pump the chart to 100K. Let's frickin' go.
Yo, pump it to 100K or we're toast.
It's PvP, bitch.
Welcome to VORTEX. We would like to introduce you to a new way of profit with our bundle bot.
There was a telegram.
Let me show you how to really bundle.
You gotta spend money to make money.
Not like that penguin waddling through rugs thinking cold feet is a trading strategy. We could care less who you are, trader, bundler, retarded, or even meme tools.
Well, VORTEX. I see you're still backdooring as usual.
About that, I paid everyone back, you fucking prick. It was like 150 sol. Can I get my episode without any side comments from the peanut gallery?
You're right. My apologies, I'm a gentleman.
Now where was I again? Oh yes, the VORTEX bundler.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the show. My name is Uncle Warren the Guru, and this is a VORTEX. Yes. So first of all, I want to say shout out to BH, who was actually the developer of VORTEX. Now, let's get the elephant out of the room, which is essentially what most people who's already in this space that know of, and I'm just going to be pretty much frank, right? There's pros and cons with obviously using anything that's in the in the Telegram world. That is simply that it will work simply just like all other bots. Like if you're working with, let's say, Trojan, or if you're working with, another one such as even, what's it called? Bonk bot, These Telegram bots have to store the private keys into a centralized database, or a decentralized database, but it's a database that's basically going to require access for the Telegram to be able to work the way it works. So there's obviously pros and cons in that. Now, the thing about this is only, and I fucking repeat, this is the only bundler company that I know has ever had an issue where users have experienced, a breach, right? But the most important thing is I have the receipts, and everyone in the community is happy still because the actual owner, he's one thing when they say, oh, he didn't do it, but this motherfucker actually paid it back, over 150 souls. So if you ever want to feel like you want to, quote unquote, have a particular ecosystem that not only is cooking up consistently back and forth on the back end side, just coding, make sure that you got the best software possible, but also you want kind of a like low-key insurance plan, you're not going to get that anywhere else because the proof is in the pudding. We all know at the end of the day, if you've been in this space long enough and you've used bundlers, for example, Dog with Tools, they've had a situation where, boom, they went missing. All of a sudden, they're not nowhere to be found, right? And you get into Discords and you get invested not only financially, but with your time. And the last thing you want is for them not to have your back, right? And so I can contest, for those that are new that are seeing this video, that they have your back. And they have your back, one, because they're consistently always creating new and new updates to the ever-changing world of DeFi, right? And two, when shit does happen, and hopefully it never will happen again, but when it did happen that one time, they took fucking advantage of making sure that they paid everybody what they lost, okay? And that's fucking huge. I mean, if 150 Sol, and I got the Solana receipts, like I said, the description, I'll add all that shit in the description. So let's just get this elephant out of the room, all right? This is the first company that I know in DeFi where you could bundle. They're currently cooking up all the fucking time, and if shit goes wrong in the financial department as far as like the security things, the fucking security, and the owner will, in his Discord, open up tickets, and you're getting fucking refunded right back to your wallet. And again, I have proof of this, okay? Very bullish. But now let's move forward on to what I'm really excited about, which is all the new current updates within the VORTEX world, okay? So first and first, I'm going to go into like in detail of course, as far as things such as like, how to deploy easily and things like that. But I really am excited about going into things such as the smart cell mechanics that they have, along with the new swap manager, and even some of the things they have with some of the launching capabilities of spam launches. Just so we'll go over some of these things today, so the way you guys are fully aware of the VORTEX ecosystem and how they're fucking shit up in Solana, especially hence Pump Fund. So first thing first, let me show you some of the smart cell features, because this is a game changer, and I guarantee you right now as I speak, and currently the date as of we speak is Sunday the 8th June, and mark my words, and this is probably going to be something where, if you're watching this video and you're a bundler owner, you're going to want to stick up and listen to this, because they got this shit, and it's great that they are the first ones to have it, but nobody else has what I'm about to talk about right now. Okay, so what is this? The smart cell feature. Now, the smart cell feature is within the project wallets. It's the only time when any bundler is going to allow you to have whitelisted wallets. Now, what does that mean? Okay, so let me give you an example. Let's say if I create, for example, right now 20 wallets, right? So I'm gonna come in here, I'm gonna type in 2020, boom. So what I'm gonna do is create 20 wallets. Immediately create 20 wallets from me, right? So now I'm gonna go ahead and hit back, and then what it does is when I hit back one more time, check this out. If I go back to the project that I just created right here, CTO, boom, smart cell. See that smart cell button? So this smart cell button is something new, and it's only been added on recently within the last week. Now what this does is very, very special and phenomenal. To give you a basic rundown on what it does, let's give you like this. Let's say you bundle in your project, let's say 10 Solana, okay? You've already sold the dev, and now the product's on its way. The great thing about the VORTEX is not only does this particular smart cell work if you bundle into a project using VORTEX, but it also works if you simply use a completely other bundler and you simply just want to use VORTEX for the smart cell feature. That also will be able to do it as well. And so I'm going to show you how to do something. But before I show you how to do that, I want to go into what this does and how it does it. So let's give you a hypothetical situation. Let's say you're working with 10 Sol bundled, and then the project's going in, the dev's out, right? And let's just say one Sol comes in. Now, as long as that particular wallet is not whitelisted, then it will actually activate. So if I had, for example, set it up, let's just say if I set it up for 25% on the buy, right? And then what's going to happen is when that one Sol comes in, immediately it will sell 25% of my SPL token of my 10 Solana that I've already pre-bought. And what that is doing is, immediately as that trader comes in, it is giving them a negative P&L. And essentially, I don't know about you, but this creates diamond hand holders. And they're not diamond hand holders because they're super bullish about the particular project anymore. They're diamond hand holders because they came into a sinking, a trap, so to speak, which is nowadays considered as a farm. So when you do this, especially in a high leverage account such as 2, 3, or 4, 5 Sol buy, and they come in immediately at a 20, 30% profit, the last thing they want to do is sell their position for a loss. So this particular smart cell is very advantageous because it allows you to do things that is very emotional. Imagine all the work that you're doing already in the chart, running comments up, making sure that, the Telegram is posted or the website's done if you're doing a website. I mean, as a dev, you do have a lot of things to do. And so the great thing is let the sales basically be the emotionalist thing where it can kind of continually bring in profit. So the way you set up this is very simple. There's only 4 different parameters that you're going to need to do in order to actually make sure that this is set up correctly. This is how you do it, right? One, again, you set up the sell percentage. For in this case, we have 25%, but it could literally be set up for anything you want to. It's really up to you. But let's say I set it up for 25%, just for shits and giggles, right? Boom. So then we want to put in the stop holding percentage must be. Now, what that is let's say 10 Sol, right? But we do 10 wallets, and out of all the 10 wallets, let's say the first 4 wallets have like 2.5 Sol, right? And that's like basically 10 right there. The last 6 wallets maybe might have like 0.2 or something. I don't know. Let's just do whatever. I mean, the math is whatever. But let's just say the first 3 or 4 wallets are the heavy ones, right? So if we set up the holding percentage to be, for example, 10%, once it's actually selling the positions of each and every wallet, once it's actually doing the smart sales, it'll preserve that particular percentage in there for you, so that way, after you made your profit, you can essentially hold this percentage for in case the project actually does send to higher value market caps. You're just gonna get the most profit, most out of your dollar here, most out of your investment, basically, without any type of emotional responses. And again, this is something that you can use not only by deploying on VORTEX, but you can also use it if you don't deploy on VORTEX and you just want to use it in conjunction with your already concurrent bundler. To do so, let me show you. It's very, very simple. Watch this. You go ahead and go to home. From there, you want to call. You want to go to create a new project. From there, you want to do either or. You can either create a new coin, which is basically launching a new coin, new meta, everything like that, or new, whatever you want to do, or you can create CTO. Creating CTO will basically is like copying a coin. So create CTO. I can go ahead and paste the coin in there if I want to now. So I'll go ahead and do so. All right, so here we go. Paste. And this is as if I bundled, for example, from another particular bundler. Now it's saying, okay, boom, CTO is created, we're ready to rock and roll. You would have to basically, from this point on, either A, import those already wallets in there, which I would recommend, because that's basically what it's doing. When you import those wallets in there, you're automatically whitelisting them, right? Right. Yes. So when they import your wallets in from your pre-existing bundler, if you were doing it that way rather than bundling with VORTEX, then by importing those particular wallets from set A, B, or C bundler to now VORTEX, it will whitelist your wallets, so that way any volume coming from them will essentially not cause a smart sale to trigger. With that being said, you can go ahead and import or create new. But for this case and purpose, I'll just go ahead and create 20 new wallets right here. And then from that point on, I can go ahead and hit back. And then voila, I have the smart sell functions, and I can go ahead and set up, my parameters. Now, like I said, you have to have 4 things set up when you rock and roll with this. That's 1, the percentage of the buy, 2, the soul amount, and 3, the minimum market cap, which is great because honestly, if you wanted to, you could start farming your positions literally at like 30K or 50K, or, if you ever wondered why in charts things are going all the way up and all of a sudden like around 55K, it's never going past 60K. It's because these positions on the lower, bundle are being farmed and being sold at higher positions, and they're basically bringing a lot more profit in than what they have done if they would have just dumped the charts. So this is something that I would definitely use to your advantage, guys. This is the smart sell manager, and this is something that no one has besides VORTEX right now. And obviously, this video hopefully will make other bundler companies be like, "Oh shit, we need to, get involved because we might, be losing our peoples through this thing, because this right here is alone probably worth 10, 15 SOL if you sold it as a standalone bot, and this is for free on VORTEX. They have a basically set up situation where they charge you 0.8, I believe it is, transaction fees, but beyond that, you pretty much rock and roll. And have that like all state insurance kind of with it. Like I said, the proof of concept is what happened previously before. That's super bullish as well. So you always have a team that's willing to pay back because they're not here to fucking just rob your fucking money. They're here to grow and profit and grow together, period. So I find that really bullish. Once you guys also, if you can, double check onto the swap manager. They actually upgraded that as well. So if you go to your projects, for example, we'll go to, let's go like one of these projects here, and I'll go into, actually we'll go back here to one I actually just created here. So I'll go back to your projects, and we'll do this one here, yeah. So if I go to the wallet manager here, you'll see that this has actually as well been updated too. You have a few options that's sell all plus dev. You have sell all no dev, alongside with you have access to all your different wallet pages from 2, 3, 4 pages. You can click on all page here. You can click all here. You can do worth SOL, so you could do Solana, or you could do token percentage, which is pretty cool. So you have more options basically to work with at the end of the day. And not only do you have more options to work with, but these things are fast. They're really fast, and whatever node that he's working with, or if it's Cheeto, whatever it may be, they're able to essentially allow a number of people to essentially borrow or rent, so to speak, for free, right? These nodes and these, things that are behind the scenes running when Telegram is the front end, making it easy for you to be able to simply set it up and run it. So shit, I could talk forever on this thing, but I just want to give you an update on the new swap manager because it absolutely is game changing when it comes to the boys bundling here, and girls, of course, bundling at VORTEX specifically. And also, by the way, check out the auto TP. That's something that has just came out. They have the ability to, similar to the smart cell functionality. However, this time you're setting up specific market caps and certain percentages for all the wallets. So, if I wanted to set up, for example, the first one, I can set it up for, let's say, 25K for 1,000, right? And then simply will successfully make sure that at 25,000, all the wallets are simply going to sell at a specific certain percentage. So now, as you see, I can set, for example, on oops, my bad. I can set it on for let's say 50%, right? And I'll say at 25K, like I said, and we want to turn that bad boy on. Boom. So now it's set up for 25K, 50% on, and then you can keep doing that over and over. And basically, also, by the way, this is kind of like the same thing that niggas used to do when it came to back in the day. We used to bundle the project, throw the wallets back into bullets because we needed a limiter to be able to control these wallets. And this is a way of doing it, but a lot cheaper if you want to do it that way. Now, I personally prefer the smart manager because obviously it's kind of counterintuitive, and you obviously get the most of your bucks obviously doing this auto TP. But at the end of the day, every scenario, every different chart is different, so it just gives you leverage at the end of the day. And not only leverage as just a bundler, but also leverage as literally a dev in general, because you could work, again, not with VORTEX, but you could work with another bundler and still use this as a sell position to be able to really fuck up the chart. So I really find that really, really fucking amazing. But yeah, with that being said, I'm not sure if you're aware of this. Last but not least, you can get the CA before you even drop the project, which is super bullish. Pretty much nowadays, you can do every fucking thing that you want, the same as you can do any regular standalone bundler bot. And to be honest with you, probably more. Like I said, the bundle bots that are out right now, they don't have smart cell features like this, where you can whitelist. This takes the game. You can now work with, for example, KOLs and whitelist particular wallets over there, so that way they're not affected, and that you all can work together in serendipity, and we can build a relationship with a community of KOLs. This is now possible through the power of the smart cell wallet. So, I just want to give kudos to BH and kudos to the team out there for cooking up, because they're doing the damn thing. For sure. But with that being said, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I'm simply a guy on YouTube that's showing a little bit of a sauce as far as updates going on in VORTEX world. They're definitely making Solana look just so fucking easy. It's crazy, guys. If you have any questions, let me know. I also offer a course as well. If you have any questions, jump in my Discord. It's Uncle Warren the Guru signing out. You have a wonderful, blessed day, and I'll see you on the other side. God bless you. Bye.